Have you ever wondered why some people seem to lack empathy and have an inflated sense of their own importance? Today, we delve into the intriguing world of narcissistic psychopathy. A narcissistic psychopath is an individual who exhibits extreme self-centeredness, coupled with a profound lack of empathy for others. Such individuals often believe they are superior and more important than those around them. Understanding the behavioral patterns of a narcissistic psychopath could be a powerful tool for your personal and professional life. The first behavioral pattern we often see in a narcissistic psychopath is grandiosity. This trait is marked by an inflated sense of self-importance. Individuals with narcissistic psychopathy often carry an exaggerated belief in their own abilities and value. They see themselves as superior beings, even without any significant achievements to back up this belief. Their world is colored by their own grandiose self-perception. They see themselves as the sun, with others merely orbiting around them. They believe they are exceptional and unique, often exaggerating their talents and achievements to others. This grandiosity is not based on real success or merit, but rather, it's a distorted image they've created of themselves. This grandiose self-image often leads them to expect special treatment, to demand admiration, and to believe they are entitled to certain things. They feel that they are inherently deserving of privileges and recognition that others are not. Grandiosity, then, is a defining characteristic of a narcissistic psychopath. The second pattern that stands out is a profound lack of empathy. This isn't just an occasional oversight, it's a consistent inability to understand or share the feelings of others. It's as if they're colorblind to the emotional spectrum. This can manifest in various ways, but a common theme is a stark disregard for the feelings and needs of those around them. The narcissistic psychopath often displays an insensitivity that's chilling to the bone. They may seem uninterested in your experiences unless, of course, they can be used to their advantage. This isn't a case of simple selfishness. It's a deep-seated inability to connect on an emotional level, a lack of concern that goes beyond the norm. They may feign interest, but it's usually an act, a means to an end. This lack of genuine empathy can lead to a callousness that's not just uncaring, but often cynical and contemptuous. A narcissistic psychopath's lack of empathy can often lead to callous, cynical, and contemptuous behaviors. The final three patterns are manipulativeness, impulsivity, and irresponsibility. Let's delve into manipulativeness first. This is when an individual uses others as pawns on their personal chessboard, exploiting them to reach their own goals. This might be done subtly, like a puppeteer pulling strings from behind a curtain, or quite blatantly, with a disregard for the feelings or welfare of the other person. Next, we have impulsivity. This is characterized by acting on the spur of the moment, without thinking of the potential consequences. This isn't about spontaneous fun or adventure. Instead, it's about making hasty decisions that can lead to harm or distress for themselves or others. It's like jumping off a cliff without checking if there's water or rocks below. Lastly, we have irresponsibility. This involves a repeated failure to fulfill or honor obligations and commitments, whether it's neglecting work duties, failing to pay bills, or disregarding the needs of loved ones. Irresponsibility is a key trait of a narcissistic psychopath. These patterns may seem daunting, but it's important to remember that understanding them is the first step towards dealing with such personalities effectively. These final three patterns, when combined with grandiosity and lack of empathy, paint a full picture of a narcissistic psychopath. This knowledge empowers us to make informed decisions, set healthy boundaries, and protect our well-being when interacting with such individuals. In summary, the 5 behavioral patterns of a narcissistic psychopath are grandiosity, lack of empathy, manipulativeness, impulsivity, and irresponsibility. Let's revisit them briefly. Grandiosity is an inflated sense of self-importance, where the individual believes they are superior to others. Lack of empathy is a defining trait, where the individual is unable to relate to the feelings or experiences of others. Manipulativeness is a cunning behavior intended to control others for personal gain. Impulsivity indicates a tendency to act on a whim, disregarding any potential negative consequences. And finally, irresponsibility refers to the consistent failure to fulfill or honor commitments and obligations. These patterns are not just labels but insights into the complex workings of a narcissistic psychopath's mind. They equip us with the understanding needed to protect ourselves and to better navigate our interactions with such individuals. Remember, knowledge is power. By understanding these behavioral patterns, you can better navigate your interactions and relationships.